All right, so where is it? 3. Okay. Oh, no. Stop. All right, let me bring it in the foreground. Maybe that will work now. Ah, okay, good. Does everybody see this one? Effects of weather on adherence to stop signs? Okay, good. Again, this title slide is a little bit different from what you will have because this is APA 6. Now, do you guys like, let's look at it from the slide sorter point first. Do you like this template? Does it look nice to you? All right, well, think about it. So let's move to the abstract. Again, we are not reading it. Note that the font is also not black here, it's blue. Again, it's APA. It's not an APA, but because it's PowerPoint, it's okay. Let's move to the introduction. Okay, who can look at the slide and start criticizing it? Well, criticizing it, we're not grading it, we're just looking at whether it works and what are some of the things that may need to be changed. But we need to do it quickly, so font size is smaller than 32, right, Jenny? It's way too small. Okay, good. That's point number 1, which is easy to fix, right? What else is not quite the way it should be?
Well, there are sentences in the bullet points.
Right, Thomas, exactly. We don't need full sentences because, yeah, you're right, Kim. They are a bit too wordy for what they need to be. So if we fix that, it's going to be a nice first introduction slide. All right. Note what happened. I moved from the previous slide 3 to slide 4. What did you notice? Let me do it again. This is 3. This is 4. What jumped at you when I did that? Come on, guys. If you're going to be so slow, we won't get through it. So what jumped at you? Let me do it again. 3, 4.
Other than the font size, I can't see much.
Right. So what happened is this is now, I'm looking at it, it's 24. And if I move to 4, this is 30. This is really distracting. You should not be changing fonts in between the slides. And because these are full sentences again, right? We don't want full sentences. Perhaps if they had it as bullet points, they could have had everything here. So that's this. Let's move on to the next.
So in the intro, you don't want full sentences at all, simply bullet points?
That's right. Because you will be talking. You will be talking. You will pronounce these full sentences.
And then the font has to be 30?
It has to be 32 for level 1.
Okay.
And it can be 28 for level 2 and 24 for level 3. All right, as you can see, so what happens here, we have intro 1, intro 2, intro 3, which is like the first slide, right? It's way too crowded and the font is way too small, and these are full sentences. So we want to get rid of that and make it much more. So here is, they say what their claim is. When coming up for an idea for our observation, we wanted to see if based on whether a driver makes a semi-stop or full stop. Okay, and here is their predictive variable, right? So we hypothesize that drivers, so this is their last paragraph of the introduction. It's just presented again a bit too wordy. Good. Note that next comes the research article. Okay. This is APA formatted, that's fine. But again, a lot of stuff. And we have research article 2. We have research article 3. Now they have Bayesian multivariate Poisson normal models. I have to warn you, when I see stuff like that, I may stop you and ask you what that is. So don't put anything on the slides with which you're not comfortable. So if you don't know what Poisson log normal model is, don't do it. Because this is your presentation, you cannot lift stuff from the research article. We don't need the statistics. Huh? So note, let me go, remember there were 4 slides for introduction. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 slides for the research article. Way too many, right? Here is the method. Again, you see what they did. They took the stuff from the assignment 2 and just copied and pasted it. No, we don't do that. Design and materials, again, the same problem, right? Full paragraphs from the assignment 2. No. And now, again, we're switching between, this is now 22 points. So there's 24, there was 30, there was 32, there is 22. There are 4 different fonts at level 1, because this is level 1. It should be 32. Consistently throughout all the slides. So we have for method 1, 2, 3, here comes the procedure. Again, too much information, which they then could say out loud. Results. Okay. Here is a strange looking figure because they deleted some columns here, so it's funny. And as you probably didn't have time to do that, but you would notice that there are 2 slides for the results, this one and the bar graph, which they call a bar graph. Of course, it's a figure, and there is no chi-square. That's immediately minimum 5-point deduction on that, because there are no results. We don't know what they found. They tell us here that that the results were significant, but they're not giving us the chi-square statement. Bad. That's not a good move. Then comes the discussion, right? All right. We have discussion 1 and we have discussion 2. They talk about internal validity problem, and so on. Then they have, oops, I went too far. They have a conclusion slides, which you don't need to. You can just have 2 or 3 discussion slides. And then the references. Note that the references are not APA formatted. That's another 5 points right there. So these are little things. You have to nail them down. You have to show that you know APA style. Okay, now let's, in the remaining 5 minutes, because I have to go at 6, let's go back to what Jasmine wanted, just to reiterate what you will need to have, and we'll be done. All right, which one is this one? Share. Let's again change the design so that you get to view what it looks like. Do you want something crazy? Ugh, no. Oh, no. All right, just for fun. Here, because of the way this laid out, the 2 text boxes overlapped. So here's our title that will have the APA 7 required information taken from your assignment 2. Next one is the abstract that you will have 120 to 250 words. Again, if you have written your abstract well, all you have to do, this is the place, the only place where you, well, not the only, one of the places where you can copy and paste. From assignment 2, here's your introduction. These are my levels. Level 1, what is it? Let's see. That's 30, so we can change that. So we have our general topic, chivalry, helping behavior, cell phones, distraction, whatever. Here is our research article that it has its own claim. Some of your research articles not exactly what your research article is, so do your best. Okay, don't give us any major statistics, give us the summary, the means or the uh, frequencies counts. Number 3 is your study. That's your last paragraph of introduction, your claim, your predictions. What do you expect to find? Then comes the method, which if you have a pilot, you can quickly tell us about the pilot. And you have participants. Most of you should have 30, some have more than that. Decided materials, it's your observational study. So your materials are your categories. You have that in your observation plan. And then the procedure, that's where you have most of the stuff because you did an observational study. Then comes statistics, maybe some descriptive numbers and chi-square test of independence. And that needs to be in the APA format. Hopefully you know how to do it. We wrote a draft of that. There's your figure that has the caption and is formatted according to APA, but it may have color. And then we have the discussion, which is a couple of slides. What you found, coming back to the last paragraph of the introduction and the results. And if you found the significant results, good. Think of something one could do further. Remember the cycle, data to theory. And if you didn't find significance, why didn't you? What didn't go right? Finally, you have your references that have to be in the APA format, and you have to make it under 10 minutes. And all 3 of you or 2 of you have to have approximately equal number of minutes in presenting. That's it. Who has any questions? Email them to me. And otherwise, I have to go, and I'll see you guys on Thursday.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Jasmine.
Thank you, Professor. Have a good night.
You too, Kim.
Good night, Professor. Thank you.
Bye. Bye,
Bye.
guys.